The Defeat of True Conservatism by Ross Douthat from the New York Times. Ross Douthat. It is very easy for you to go online and Google the words Ross Douthat, Twitter, Marco Rubio, and find out just how completely wrong Ross Douthat was. And in fact, go back and search my conversations with Michael Steele on Chris Hayes' program months and months ago. I was saying, like, how are they going to differentiate themselves from Trump? Their policies aren't different from Trump's. He's just more than they are of everything they want to be. And here is, I mean, I almost, like, I read this thing 3 times. I can't even understand what the hell this guy's talking about. It didn't work, but the truth is it almost did. And he's talking about, I guess, Ted Cruz's true conservative attempt to overthrow Donald Trump. But it turned out that Republican voters didn't want true conservatism any more than they wanted Bushism 2.0. Let me tell you something. We went through this in 2006. And you know, like, I remember, like, Andrew Sullivan talking about constantly, like, these aren't real conservatives. Real conservatives is this. And now that real conservatism, that wasn't real conservatism. There's neoconservative, there's paleo-conservative, there's Tea Party conservatives. Now there is capital true, capital C conservatism, and there's Bushism 2.0. This is exactly like, I guess this is like sort of the genetic code that they inherited from libertarians, where there's no real libertarianism. Every single member of the conservative movement has their own conservatism. And none of it's the true conservatism to every other conservative. And that's why it can never be tested and it can never fail.
You can only fail it.
Exactly. Maybe they would have wanted it from a candidate with more charisma and charm and less dogged unlikability. That was the problem. Ted Cruz was unlikable. That's why he only came in second. Trump proved that movement conservative ideas and litmus tests don't really have any purchase on millions of Republican voters. Conservatism. The problem that Douthat had when he thought that Marco Rubio was going to win. The problem that he has now, and it's not just Ross Douthat. You can find this on the left, too. There are very few writers, I think, who have even a sense of what conservative. Like Rick Perlstein's one of the few, I think, who actually get. Corey Robin. I don't know when there was a conservative movement that was a function of bedrock principles of policy. But if there ever was, it was never a broad-based movement. Conservatism has been built on racism. I mean, the idea that in these 2 pages, the word racism doesn't even come up. 54% at a minimum of Trump's voters believe the primary problem in this country is that white people are getting short shrift because minorities are getting all the benefits. Okay? 54% said that to a pollster. The idea that true conservatism wasn't built on racial animus or nativism is a delusion. The idea that true conservatism hasn't been extended and extrapolated and diluted, if you accept my premise, into poor shaming, into the safety net being a hammock, which are all just sort of like derivatives of racism on some level. Or anti-PC, a derivative of racism, and I would throw in misogyny. Anti-PC. Like, where is the PC movement creating a problem? On how many campuses? How many college campuses? 10, 20, 30, 40 campuses across the country where you have speech codes that are resonating out into the universe and are inhibiting people. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Yeah. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.